Ever seen a man diligent in his work? He shall stand before kings. This particular memory verse like popped up into my mind today when I was on my way to work, and it heavily reminded me of something that like Steve Harvey always says that, oh, your gifts will make way for you, or your gifts. Yeah, I think that's how he likes to say it. Your gifts will make way for you. Your gifts will make way for you. And if you have a gift, right, but then you don't hone on it, like you don't work on it, when you are finally presented before kings, or when it's time to show off your gift, sure, everybody can tell that, okay, there's potential here, but it was a case of like a missed opportunity or a wasted talent or something like that. And today, when I was on my way to work, like it was just happening on my mind the entire time, because I was like, wow, so okay, I know personally that I have some skills, I have some talents that I know that I can work on so that I can be better at them. But just riding on the fact that, oh, I know that I'm very good at this, I never really have to think about it. I know I'm very good at this, so I never pay attention to that. I've always rather focusing on the areas where I feel like I struggle instead of focusing on the areas that I'm good in, like excelling in those areas, you know? And so something that people have told me whenever like I've encountered them or I've interacted with them has been the fact that, oh, you're very good at talking, or you're very good orator, or like you're very good at conversation. But I realized that because it's something that I was told that I do so easily, I never thought to work on it. And I also noticed that it's easier for me to talk or make conversation when it's someone I'm comfortable with. Even when it's a stranger, I can talk to the person, but like I need that a bit of that back and forth. Or if I'm supposed to talk on something that I've never if the person is not talking back at me, but they're an audience of sorts, and I'm standing in front of them. So essentially, I prepare what I'm going to say, and then I talk to them, and then the non-verbal feedback that I get, whether they are nodding along or they look puzzled or look confused, based off of that, I essentially pick up on those things and then either further expatiates on my point or elaborates further, or I essentially read it back. Essentially, I always need a physical audience of sorts to make my conversation good. But then I realized that that is not, I mean, it's a great skill to have, don't get me wrong. However, I can be better. And so, in coming into this finding my voice challenge, initially I was worried about, oh, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? But each day I'm realizing that there are other aspects of myself that is highlighting for me, is highlighting the fact that I need to be better when it comes to um, being able to talk about a topic without a physical audience in front of me. I feel like the pandemic that initially happened, the panoramic that happened, right? During the time when everybody was quarantining at home, a lot of people actually honed in on that skill where they didn't need an audience in front of them to be able to talk. Even myself, I have to admit it, when I was shooting content back to back to back a couple of years ago, I realized that the more I kept at it, the better I got. But I stopped before I could become an expert at it. And so doing this again, this 30-day exercise again, it's been an eye opener. I would say it's been, when I was starting I was afraid. I mean, I'm still afraid, don't get me wrong. I'm still afraid. Don't get me wrong. I'm worried about how I'll be perceived. I'm worried about how this can come off. But at the same time, I'm excited. I'm excited because each day when I sit down to just film like a 3 minutes video, a 4 minutes or 5 minute video, however long these videos end up being anyway, I'm realizing that it's forcing me to essentially reel my thoughts in instead of leaving them to like gander all over the place, even though I'm still rambling. And also, I'm getting more comfortable in feeling my voice placement. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm realizing that okay, when I place depending on how like I talk, my voice sounds different, and it's unique and it's amazing. I want to make sure that my gift makes room for me, or my gift makes way for me, and I want to make sure that I'm diligent in my work, that I'm being presented before kings. So I'm not gonna take some of my natural talents for granted anymore. Um, I think this is a commitment to myself to make sure that I'm showing up in the best way possible, but more importantly, I'm showing up full stop. Even if I'm not always at a 10 or at 100, or I'm not like coming in and like seize the day, I'm still going to show up, because showing up is a major portion of the work. So, yeah, that's it for today. I don't know if this even made sense, or I don't know, but okay. Bye.